Good afternoon. Today is the 2nd of March, Monday 2020. I'm here with Lakshan.
Hi there, how's it going? We're at Abbotsford Park with my good friend Tom.
Yeah, so we are in a beautiful park right next to the city, and this is the closest thing you can get to nature. That's right.
It's a real jungle here out here. The beautiful Yarra River.
Yeah, Lakshan is a chakra expert, and we're going to learn a little bit about chakras today. Now, how many chakras are there, Lakshan?
So, first of all, I wouldn't call myself an expert, but I guess we're always learning, and I like to educate myself on this sort of material. Now, chakras, we have 7 chakras, starting all the way from the root chakra all the way up to the crown chakra, which is just above your head. And the interesting thing about chakras is they're invisible, but they have their own rules, their own laws, and some people go as far as saying they have their own deities, so that you have to adhere to. And if not, they get imbalanced and they have physical effects on your body that other people can see. So that's the interesting thing about it, you know. So you gotta kind of adhere to these rules and laws that are non-physical to have physical output or results. And that's the beauty of it. And each chakra is so different as well in its own ways, and has its own importance in its own way as well. And a man is just one big union within all these 7 chakras, and it's when all these 7 chakras are connected simultaneously, the man or woman becomes one single entity and become connected with the source, so connected with the whole of the universe, you could say, in one free flowing motion. And that's when people say we become the most purposeful humans we can on this planet. But it's not an easy thing, but it's something definitely any person can work at it and get better at it. So
can you briefly go through the chakras, the 7 chakras?
Sure.
Which is there like a number? Like, is it like one of them is called the number 1 chakra, and then you got the 2 or 3, or there's no particular order of these chakras?
Sure. So there's a certain order starting from the root chakra. That's just a little bit below your navel, your belly button, and then there's one above, a little bit above, but a little bit below the belly button, and then the one above the belly button, and then you have your heart chakra, which is the 4th now. So you go so 1, 2, 3. So there's a root chakra. So the root chakra is below your belly button. Yeah, it's actually, it's pretty much in line with your genitals, you could say.
Okay. So
the ideal way to explain it.
Is it got to do anything with sexual? Is that a sexual chakra or just a genital chakra?
It's called the root chakra. It's where your most primitive characteristic lies, such as just being a maybe just like, you know, just hunting, gathering, sleeping, being down to earth, like this, just most rawest form of you.
Yes.
You know, without anything, before any technology, you could say all the people who live 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,000 years ago, they always had good root chakras, you could say.
Okay.
Nature developed that chakra.
Yes.
They had to go hunt, kill, the fear of, you know, being lazy and all. They had to let go of that, you know, like animal.
Yeah.
So that's a root, and a little bit about that is another chakra, and that one is a bit concerned with the more the sexual side of things, and that's still below your belly button, but a little bit above the genital chakra. Which is called the root, and this one is the 2nd chakra. And there's another one above the belly button that's called the solar plexus.
Yes, they're just below the ribs.
Below you could say below the ribs, just above the belly button. And solar plexus, they say that's like the where your power, like the wisdom of the universe, is entering your body. They like, there's a lot of things to do, a lot of you could say information thrown at against the solar plexus, like it's the hara, like when you do dancing, when you do play golf, when you do anything that moves, because core is related with everything. And
Sure.
it's when you tighten your core, that's when that you feel that a little bit, really tighten it. Like sometimes when you're singing, it comes from there,
Oh, that's right. Yeah, like you feel the voice.
Yeah,
The voice comes out.
resonating from there.
Yeah.
And some people say their gut feeling.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, my gut feeling, because that's the universe of powers, you could say, coming through there. So you're kind of connected to the universe, like a baby connected to the mother's womb. You're connected to the universe through that solar plexus, because some people say that's where the subconscious mind is, or not. Some people quite recognized in the scientific world now, the head, brain, and the subconscious mind, where all the involuntary mechanisms of our bodies are run. So that's what solar plexus is. And one above that is the fourth chakra, which is your heart chakra,
Yes.
and that's right in the center, a little bit below your chest, so like about here.
Yes.
That's the fourth chakra, and it's also the middle chakra. And I guess it is been saying is one of the most powerful, because it kind of keeps everything in balance, and that has to do with your compassion, your love, your giving to each other, forgiveness, and then all these beautiful qualities from the heart chakra.
Yes.
And then about that is your throat chakra, so that's the fifth one, which is right here. Now the throat chakra is everything to do with communication, obviously, but even more so it's everything to do with listening, because we can't communicate without we listen. So throat chakra is in more balance when you actually listen.
Yes.
But everything to do with your speech is throat chakra. And then is the third eye, which is right in between here, your eyebrows, you could say.
Yep.
And that's like your vision. Some people say, back in the day they went to the caves and they saw this imagination
Yes.
of some spirit talking to them, or so third eye sees another reality or dimension into the spiritual non-physical world, and all that is through your third chakra. You could easily say maybe imagination if you don't understand, but that's the third eye, which is the sixth chakra here. And then you go above, and it's above your head, it's about here. Now it's the seventh chakra, and it's called the crown chakra.
Yes.
And so this is the one that is most spiritual aspect of you. And in Hindu is called Sahasrara, which is 1,000-petal lotus. And that's why you see a lot of enlightened beings such as Buddha, even Jesus, they have this little glow behind their head,
The halo
behind them, because what happens is how you open that is everything need to be connected, and the energy flows, and that opens up, and you're kind of like you are the highest of your human presence you can be on planet Earth.
Okay.
When that opens.
Now tell me, of someone who doesn't know anything about chakras, and this is the first time they're being introduced to chakras, and there are 7 and each one has its own meaning. How can one individual test to see if they do have a chakra? Where do they start? It's good to know, there's angels, but we never see angels. We have to believe that there are angels. How can one individual test, I actually have a chakra, I feel it, or I can see it, or I have witnessed it? How can someone do that?
Yeah, it's a good question. Look, I once met this spiritual healer, and way he did it, he has the ability to lie me down, and he pressed down on each of my chakras, and he asked me, what's the first color you see? And then I tell him a color, and then he pressed down on the next one, the next one, next one, and then I think he quite accurately told me which chakras I'm misaligned on, because so what I understood is that they all have their own colors as well. I forgot to mention that. So you should be able to see those colors when that is pressed down on him. But I think that one is something that you can do with another person. It might be more easier when someone who's much more knowledgeable on this spiritual master or such helping you with that. So there's that way of doing it. But personally, I guess it is something you can feel but not feel at the same time, because it is felt physically more before it is felt energetically.
Yeah.
Such as I guess one thing is, because we like when we say we have a feeling, or when we say a gut feeling, we always touch our tummy, like we always go like, it feels right here.
Yes.
In Sinhalese we use this word called walking, like from our gut. I'm gonna do it from my gut.
Yes.
It's like coming from the heart. We say from the heart, but if we say here, know, and when we laugh, really belly laugh, it comes from here.
Yes.
Like the solar plexus. So that's another thing. And also this another one is, I guess, the root chakra is quite vividly felt, I guess, in a way when we are involved in sexual experiences, such as when we like, one of the ways to improve your sexual skills, has been said, is to work on the muscles of tightening and relaxing your muscle in between, just behind your genitals. I don't know if you heard of this practice. And that's like the muscle that if you're to pee, the muscle that stops the pee flow.
Yes.
Yeah, that muscle, when you work on it more and more, they say that is the that's the muscle that helps you to have more endurance when you are to hold on to erection and so forth.
Okay.
And that same muscle,